And I know that in doing this kitchen remodel and taking it on, one of your goals was to add much better lighting than we had before. And we've added both natural light and artificial light. And so I'm wondering, how do you think we met your goal?
Oh, you exceeded them. The lighting is superb. During the day, I can work without even having an electric light on. As the evening comes on, I have my choice of the types of light based on tasks or based on how quickly it's turning dark. But I think that in addition to adding windows, and especially the solar tubes, another aspect of it was choosing the countertop, which gives me a lot of reflective light.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about the solar tubes? This is the first time I've used these in this type in a kitchen like this.
Well, right now those solar tubes are pretty dark because it is late in the evening. But during the day, what I get is pure sunlight coming in. Now it's diffused because of the Fresnel prisms, but it is both attractive on the ceiling, and it really gives me the light that I wanted, and it's focused where I want it. Mm-hmm. And one of the things we put in was the rheostat. Mm-hmm. So if it becomes too glary, I can always reduce the amount of light coming in. Mm-hmm. And people are just amazed that that light's from the roof and you have a two-story house. So it's working out very well.
That's wonderful. You also intended this to be a better kitchen for entertaining as compared to your former kitchen. How do you think it works in that way?
Very, very well. The former kitchen, there was such a separation between the dining room and the kitchen that I couldn't communicate with my guests. Mm-hmm. It was a very boxy setup with the breakfast area and the kitchen area being like two little rooms. Mm-hmm. Now it's an open, welcome space, and it's all coordinated. Mm-hmm. And that is in glass, so I can see what's going on.
But it's an obscure glass.
It's an obscure glass, but if I have a whole group there and I don't want them to be disturbed by the sounds of the kitchen, I can close it off.
Mm-hmm. But I like the fact that the light that you get from the street comes through here, and this isn't a dark wall even when you close it.
No, it's not. It's not. It's delightful.
I wanted to ask you just functionally how this kitchen compares with your former kitchen.
Well, one of the main problems for me on the former kitchen was that the people who owned the home before me had chosen a very blotchy type of a countertop. And I have a visual impairment where every time I'd look down at it, I couldn't find things. Mm-hmm. It was just too busy. Mm-hmm. And I was a little embarrassed when I found some chicken I had served 2 days earlier. Mm-hmm. And I felt like I was constantly doing some cleaning. Mm-hmm. And I'd try to put down mats, so that I'd get a solid surface to look at as I was cooking. But this is just exactly what I wanted to have. It isn't a pure white. It has a little mottling in it for design, but it gives me the expanse of the space that I can use, and I can see what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Much easier.
How about functionality? I know the placement of the range is really a big change, because you used to have an electric cooktop or range. I can't remember.
It was a cooktop
on an outside wall, and now we brought the gas range into the middle.
Yes, and I was always working against my own shadow. Mm-hmm. Even though there was a light under a microwave that was positioned above the range or the cooktop, this is just really ideal. And I prefer gas, and I can see it. And we chose a cooktop that had all the dials in the right place for me to easily know where they were situated. Mm-hmm.
Have you used the cooktop while you had guests as an entertaining sort of thing? It does
not interfere, and my guests just tend to gravitate around the island.
Which is very different, because they used to maybe be around the peninsula, but you had your back to them.
Yes.
In the former kitchen.
Yes.
So you'd have to be looking over your shoulder, and now you can really entertain as you cook. So
as I can. And I've also enjoyed the kitchen where multiple people can cook at the same time.
That's true.
So if people come and say, hey, I'll come help you, I think they just want to cook in my kitchen.
So we got rid of fur downs and made taller cabinets and put glass doors, and we have a darker wood. I know you weren't a fan of the former oak.
No, I do not like oak. But also, there are so many nice things I can display on here, such as the percolators I grew up with are up there, and my glassware is there, and I have a wine bar now, and I also have another compartment near the sink where I can display, but also use the utensils that are still very meaningful to me. I'm using my mother's Mixmaster, which I learned how to cook with in the 1950s.
And I don't know if you have favorite features of the kitchen, just little bells and whistles that are things that are new to you.
Little splurges.
I know my favorite thing is actually this air pressure switch on your garbage disposal. But can you walk around and just show us favorite features?
Oh, sure. Okay. I like having the bookshelves here for cookbooks. I think the positioning of the cabinets is right. We had extended the cabinets beyond where they had been in the previous kitchen. That really worked out well. We have dishes in the sink right now, but I really like having the dispenser for the dishwashing liquid so I don't have bottles all over the place. And having instant hot water is fabulous. These shelves are, they come out and give me much more space, but also I'm not bending all the time. And you know, getting older and thinking about the future, I think that I also put in some ideas that I didn't want to make it fully accessible at this point, but I wanted to not have to go in and redo. So I did think about some of that. The pantry had been expanded, and I really like that because I did have a very large hall closet, which I didn't need. And so that space was better used.
Yeah, we borrowed space from the closet to expand the pantry.
We did.
And the hallway. We stole space from the former hallway to make
That's right. And having the ovens in a row is very nice because I had my microwave in one place, my oven in another place, and I was running back and forth. And I did add a warming drawer. And when I have a large party, it's really delightful to be able to make some things ahead. I also especially like the hood that we chose because of two reasons. One is the design, where I like the glass and the chrome matches. So while I have an old-fashioned looking kitchen, it adds some modernity to it, but also the lights that come in right above the cooktop are perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better kitchen. And having the vision impairment is sometimes a pain. It's an annoyance, but I think with this kitchen I'm not going to be as annoyed as much.
I guess just any last thoughts about the project?
I wish I could say we could start on my bathrooms tomorrow.
That's a good compliment.
But that's going to take a while.
Well, we're ready when you are.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you so much, Anne.
Thank you.